Welcome to the Explore podcast. I am Sam Householder, Communications Manager for Elkhart Public Library. I'm joined, as always, by our Chief Marketing Officer, Trevor Wenzonka. And this week, we welcome on Melissa Renner, the one of our reference librarians here at the downtown Elkhart Public Library location. Welcome, Melissa.
Thank you.
And
what's your favorite Dewey Decimal number?
There you go.
It is 641.
Is that what you manage? Because that was going to be one of my questions.
Yeah, it is one of the areas I manage, and it is huge. Yes.
Cookbooks. Okay.
So I get to buy the cookbooks for the library, which is super cute and super cool. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like to cook?
I do. I'm a bit of a foodie, but not a lot. I mean, I'm no gourmet cook, but cookbooks have always been fun, and the cookbooks that come out now, I mean, they're like coffee table books, you know? I mean, you can't spend less than $40 on a cookbook.
Right,
but,
right.
So we try to curate a nice collection for our patrons, our foodie patrons.
Yeah.
Come on now. I don't get any props for knowing that 641 was cookbooks.
Now, I am actually really impressed by that because there is very few. Actually, I'm not sure there's a single. I guess I might have been able to surmise that I knew that cookbooks fall under technology, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So I knew the 600s
Now
were
that
technology.
I did not know.
It's applied science. So
yeah. Yeah. So the 600s are technology, science and technology. So do you buy all the 600s or?
I do. I buy all of the 600s, and I also buy all of the 200s, which are religion.
Okay.
So that's interesting. Yeah. So and the 600s encompass cookbooks, pets, inventions, consumer health, which is an enormous section as well as business and economics. So there's a lot of books out there, and I try to spend those funds wisely for our patrons. And it's tricky to do it when you're not a master of everything.
Right.
You're not a master of all those subjects. But I think I've got a handle on those areas.
So what's your go-to cookbook at home?
Oh, well, I do own The Joy of Cooking, and I look there when I need just a basic classic recipe about, just how to do something basic and classic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And then do you add your own flair?
Of course. And when it comes
you got a zhuzh recipe.
Right,
I mean,
right.
What do these people know? They're just publishing books.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, there and there's cooking, and then there's baking.
Yes.
So with cooking, you can add your own flair, and sometimes you don't need to measure things. So when I cook things, that's how I do it. I don't really measure things, which is why I don't bake, because I don't have time to measure things.
See, my wife is a baker, and she always says the cliche is baking is a science and cooking is an art.
Yeah.
And that adds, like, you're not measuring when you're cooking necessarily, but baking you got to be precise.
Yeah. You gotta eyeball it.
Do you ever Iron Chef? Just go to the drawer in the fridge, and I have a radish and a jalapeno and a block of cheese.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Every once in a while, I will do that. Yeah. I can't really think of a good, example right now. But I should also mention that I've been using ChatGPT quite a bit for cooking lately.
Okay.
What is that?
What is ChatGPT?
In our next episode.
ChatGPT is a website that uses artificial intelligence to it's called a language learning model, and basically what it does is it uses basically all the words from the internet, and it looks for information that that people have written and talked about, and it can have a conversation with you based on your questions or prompts. So recently I started a special diet, and it's a little restrictive. So it's like, okay, how do I make like a good Thai curry that's not going to upset my stomach, you know? So, and it's been incredible. It's been incredible.
Nice.
So, yeah. So, hopefully I'll get to do a little cooking with ChatGPT workshop here at the library sometime.
Okay,
I'm
sold.
hoping.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of, so what you are involved with some of the programming here.
Yep.
You are on the fun committee, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and then you've started a couple of adult programs, including you're also involved in the Craft Afternoons. So you want to talk about that a little bit?
So I didn't start Craft Afternoons. That was started by my colleague Jean, who is she just wants to invite people into the library to just craft, because it's just fun to be able to do that in other people's company sometimes. So I was asked to participate in that. So we're just finding fun crafts to do and inviting people to come into the library to do it. So this month we're doing a diamond art project. I had not done diamond art or even heard of it until about 6 months ago. And it's really interesting. It's a strange, it's a kind of a strange little craft to do, but it's turns out to be very relaxing. So you start with like a, say you're doing a potted plant decoration, magnet or something like that. And so you have this little sort of canvas that's sticky, and then you use a little stylus, and you put wax on this stylus, and then you pick up a little like bedazzled jewel looking thing, and then you put it down. It's sort of like paint by number. So if you pick up a number 3 jewel, then you put it down in a number 3 spot. So you have all these little dots that you fill in, and then when you're done, you have this little, creation. It's really interesting. I don't know who came up with it, but it's kind of fun. But yeah, Gina's done a great job of getting people to come in, and we have some people who are, loyal. They come every month to Craft Afternoon, and they enjoy coming.
We find that the crafters they like crafting.
Yeah.
And that's and they're a dedicated bunch.
Yeah, right. The winter months have been a little strange. The last couple of times we've had it, the weather's been really bad. So we're hoping that our Craft Afternoon people will come back and join us this month. I think it's next week for Diamond Art.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then the other program you started is Open Doors. That's also another collaborative thing, right?
Right. So that's a really special program that I'm really proud that we started. So last year, we got a couple of calls from some community agencies that serve adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So people who are served by ADEC, by Mosaic in northern Indiana, they wanted to come to the library to some of the cool programs that we have, but those programs, the audience was kids. And so they asked, well, could the library do something for our people in our community that they can enjoy? And so after a couple of requests for this, and after we did a couple of tours for people from ADEC and from like Elkhart High School, the program over there where the kids attend school through the age of 22, we gave them tours of the library, and they absolutely loved it, and as anyone should who comes in the library. And so, we just thought, why don't we have a program especially for this community? We were asked by ADEC, Mosaic in Northern Indiana, and then Elkhart Community Schools. So we decided to put together a program. We did it in a little over 2 weeks. We had our first program back in December, and it was about, the theme was just polar bears and penguins, It was just, and so we decided, we started big. So, we have like 3 stations that people go to. There's crafting. There's crafting and coloring pages if people want to color, because lots of adults like to color. We have an active game component so that people can get in some exercise, because a lot of the clients for those organizations have an exercise component that they want to get in every day. We have like a tabletop sort of game component that people can do. And then probably my favorite part is our disco component, which is we have just a part of the room where we turn on YouTube, we turn on dance videos, and we dance together. And it is such a blast and so much fun. I'm usually just sweating at the end. And so Nikki, who is one of our other staff members in the library here downtown, she is just this fantastic human being who she's got a heart of gold. And so she's kind of got the ideas, and I sort of kind of take the lead in talking about, okay, we're going to do this now, we're going to do that now. So we're doing this program, and we were also invited to come to Mosaic's Christmas party in December. So getting those communities in here has been just a joy. And I saw you raise your hand.
Well, I was just going to say or ask, where does this rate, on the scale of what you do, why you do it? Is this one of the most important things that you do as a librarian, is, connecting with these communities and, bringing just people here?
Yeah, it is. And so some time ago, I found personally that one of the things that is a big deal to me is hospitality as a value. Not like, oh, I'm going to make cookies for everybody that comes in the library. Not that kind of hospitality, but welcoming people into the library, letting people know that the library is for everyone, and I mean everyone. And so that means that, everybody has something they can find here. Everybody has a place here. And so that's just really important to me, and I think it's also a value that's close to Nikki's heart, and honestly, just about anybody that works here. I think we want people to come in, and we have the community engagement department that goes out to the community, and meanwhile, we are helping people to come into the library. Yeah.
And so what's it been like? Was that something you expected to get into when you started here doing these programs, and especially something like that?
No, absolutely not. But I found that as we started giving tours to people, that I thought, man, I really enjoy working with this community. And so when the idea came up to do a program, I thought, heck yeah, I'm doing it. And Nikki wanted to do it too. And so also the nice thing about this community, or about this program, is that we have a dedicated community. So they asked us to do this program. So the first time we did this program, we had 20 people here, and that's enough. You can't, it's hard to do a program with like 50 people when there are people that need attention. So Another nice thing is that the people that come in are both staff of those agencies and also the people that they serve. So everybody is working together. Nobody's just sitting and watching. We're all just mixing it up the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds really fun.
Yeah.
And so then you're also involved with keeping staff engaged and finding fun things for staff, right?
Oh.
As part of the fun committee.
Right. But you know what? That's another one. I got to give that to somebody else. That is the head of our fun committee is a woman named Jordan. She's got incredible ideas and energy, and we're just helping to just make sure that staff are having a good time. The point of the fun committee is we want work to be a fun place to be. And so, we have like a staff book club that, I participated in this afternoon. One staff member said to me, well, what am I supposed to read? Am I supposed to read all these books on this list? Because I send out a newsletter, at the end of the month. No, the idea of the staff book club is we get together on teams and we talk about what we're reading. And so, when I talked about what I was reading right now, I'm reading The Serviceberry, and it's just a book that is written by an author that I really like. And so I talked about this book. And then that brought up another book that she wrote. So we all just kind of talk about our books and things that we've enjoyed in the past, and it becomes things that we recommend. And then last year, I think it was somebody put together a display of all the books that we had talked about during the months. So it's fun to do. We just want to make sure that people are having lots of fun opportunities. And then we're expecting to have like some kind of social gathering outside of the library sometime this year.
Yeah. Well, in the book club, so that, it is meant to be fun. I mean, that's a nice way just to create some greater camaraderie, I would say, with your coworkers.
Yeah.
But you're also learning when you're part of that, right? Because as a librarian, you want to know more about more books to be able to recommend things, right?
That is exactly one of the advantages of this staff book club is that, we can walk away with, hey, I heard about this really great book that Sally Field wrote about herself, and then she recorded it on audio. And so if you have an audiobook listener, this is one that you might want to suggest. So, yeah.
Are audiobooks reading?
Yes.
Is that a controversial
That's the
take?
next episode.
Yeah.
Yes, it is reading. Enough said.
Is that a controversial take, though? Do you find that there's division there, or not among librarians?
No, not among librarians. Yeah.
They're an unruly bunch, though.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. We defend the First Amendment, and we are like all about you should be able to read what you want, however you want.
Yeah.
So as long as it's a book, that means it has to be read some way or another, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of a patron that came in a few weeks ago, and he said, I've got a friend who went blind a couple of years ago, and he's just been sitting at home and not doing much. And I thought that maybe he would like some, books on CD. And so I helped him find some things in our audiobook section back there, and he took them home, and I saw him just the other day, and he said, yeah, he liked those. Yeah, so he's doing good. Nice. There's also a really cool program called Books for the Blind, which is a state program where people who are blind can have special audiobooks mailed to their home. Okay. And they have like a special player. So people can enjoy books in all kinds of ways. Yeah.
Okay. And I see you brought some other books too, in addition to the one you referenced. So let's go through them. Yeah. What else do you have?
Well,
are you reading a lot of nonfiction or?
Oh, that's a good question. I am not a fiction reader. Okay. So that might come as a surprise to patrons.
You work in reference, though, so I guess I'm not surprised.
Well, it's kind of embarrassing, but I've just I've never really gotten into fiction. And if I have, it has to be really, really good. So like this is one, this author's dead, so he's not writing anything anymore. Doggone it.
So you can get to the whole collection.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. But this author, Kent Harif, the books that he wrote are just very plain language, nothing fancy about them, not a lot of plot twists and crazy things. So it's more kind of focusing on the characters
Okay.
in the books, and it's beautiful.
So more of a modern day Willa Cather, or I mean, just going by I'm judging the book by its cover, literally. So
Right. No, I mean, just these books, they take place in Holt, Colorado.
Okay.
I mean, not. Oh, sorry about that noise. You just have to read it to see what they're like, but they're wonderful. The Serviceberry, I brought this up a little bit ago. Robin Wall Kimmerer wrote Braiding Sweetgrass. She's an Indigenous American botanist, and in this book, which I believe she illustrated as well. She's got all kinds of like nice little nature illustrations, and she talks about nature as a gift economy rather than this for that. And she talks about how we can learn from nature by understanding that things that we receive are a gift, and it's not, and to not take things for granted. The subtitle of this book is Abundance and Reciprocity in the Natural World. So, and it's a little short read.
Yeah. We did a book talk a couple years ago at the Elkhart Environmental Center. Doug Talamay was the author, and he was coming to town. So we had a group of people that read a copy of his work, something to do with pollinators. Can't remember the title off the top. But they suggested, when we talked as a group, braiding sweetgrass would really be a nice follow-up to that. Yeah. And I know I'm calling myself out because I never got that scheduled.
That's okay. But there's one that I highly suggest you listen to it on audio, because it's read by the author, and you really get a sense of the things that she's kind of experienced. Being an Indigenous American, she's been through a lot. And it was a big challenge for her to get to where she is. So that's one that I really recommend. One of the children's books that I love is in this series. So Jenny's Cat Club. These were written by a woman named Esther Averill when I was a little one, probably before that. And they just have really cool illustrations, and the names of the cats are really fun. And so that's a really, sorry, boom.
It's all good.
Those books are really fun too. And then I was...
Yes. I have been waiting since my junior year of high school to talk about Zenobia and sledding accidents.
So... Yeah.
Let's go.
So
all right. I'm on the outside on this one, so I'll let you guys go.
So it's been a while since I read it, but this is probably my favorite book of all time. It's called Ethan Frome. It's by Edith Wharton. It was written in early 1900s, late 1800s.
1910, something like that.
And so I caught onto this book. I was in high school. We had to read it off of a list of classics, and I blindly picked this book, and I'm like,
because it was the shortest.
I mean,
I know that's where one of you went.
Dan's reading my mind.
I don't know, but
because that's what we all did at least me. It was like you would go down the list and find. Although I did try and read Salman Rushdie once, and he is not known for brevity. So that was my bad.
Well, see, so the thing is, this is fiction, and I'm like, gotta read fiction, and a classic too. And so this book, I pick it up and I'm reading it, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting, It's happening in the dead of winter. It's desperate circumstances. Everybody is miserable. And then there's a hot romance in the middle of it. I'm like, oh, yeah, I like this book. And, so and the plot twist at the end is just mind-blowing. I just was like, oh, my God.
Yep.
So I've read this several times throughout my life. And, it's interesting to read something when you're older, you have a different perspective. So what is? Did you like it?
I did. And I actually did the same thing. So I reread that book probably less than 10 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And it was still a good page turner.
Yeah. And
Mrs. Poe, if you are watching, I'd like you to reconsider my grade in 11th grade English.
Shout out Mrs. Poe.
Right. So did you see the movie?
No.
Oh, you got to see the movie.
No, I like books.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
Movies are really long.
It's it's okay to like movies based on books. The movie. So Ethan Frome, the Liam Neeson was cast as Ethan Frome.
Okay.
Can you see it? Yeah. And then
1993. Okay.
Yeah, it was a while ago. I don't remember who played his wife. One of the Patricia Arquette played Maddie.
Wow. You want me to read all the Liam Neeson, Patricia Arquette, Joan Allen, and Tate Donovan.
Oh yeah, Joan Allen played his wife, and she did a really good job too. That book or the movie perfectly portrayed what was in the book. And I was talking with my coworker, Susan, just a few hours ago, and she loved it too. And so when you watch the movie, you get a sense of how all these people are in this really small little house together. When they walk up the stairs, you hear it, and every creak of the floorboards, and then like the fox that's out killing the chickens and stuff like that. It's a fantastic book. So that's
all right.
Yes,
nice.
I highly.
And I will go
recommend
look for the movie.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed.
I'll need 3 or 4 nights to get through that. But
yeah.
Is that what you like? Why you prefer reading? Because you can just step away for a little bit and go back. Yeah.
When you're short on time.
Especially when it's college basketball season.
Oh,
That's
right.
a whole different.
Yeah. See, my reading season is starting because football season just ended. So.
Yeah, but mine is kind of put on hold because now I'm watching the Olympics. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so, how long have you been here at APL then?
Only a couple years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where were you before that?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but I've worked in libraries for 43 years.
Okay.
I've been in libraries since I was a teenager. So I started at the Lexington Public Library in Lexington, Kentucky, where I grew up.
Oof.
Yeah, it was awesome. Why do you say oof?
Kentucky?
IU.
Let's.
Yeah.
No, all right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
I know.
you had to live there.
No, it was awesome. It's a great place to grow up. Anyway, so Lexington Public Library. Once I got my master's, I moved to the Louisville Free Public Library for just a few years.
Okay.
And then after that came to Indiana, worked at the Allen County Public Library in Fort Wayne,
wow.
Indiana for a good 24 years or so.
That's a big system.
It is a big system, and they're just incredible. They have the second largest genealogy department in the country. And then after that, my husband and I moved up here. I worked for a little while at the Mishawaka Penn Harris Public Library over to the west of us. And then the opportunity came to work in this library a couple years ago. And my husband and I moved to Elkhart. And, I really wanted to work where I lived. It's really important to me to contribute to the community where I live in more than just going to restaurants.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
yeah.
I want to be part of this community and contribute in a way that I can, So yeah, I've really enjoyed working in libraries. It's all I've ever done, but it's just been wonderful, and it never gets old.
Yeah.
It never gets old.
Yeah. I really like that like working where you live, because I live outside our district,
Right.
But I do feel a connection to Elkhart from having worked at the newspaper here, and there is something to that. I think that it's important to be invested in and understand your community beyond just going there to clock in and out or whatever.
Yeah.
And, I enjoy that.
When we lived in Fort Wayne, they started this downtown revitalization thing that was modeled off of several smaller cities, but especially Columbia, South Carolina, which I haven't been to, but they've gone through that kind of thing. Also, Chattanooga has gone through a revitalization, and we watched the downtown just completely change into this awesome, vital community, and so we're just waiting for that kind of thing to happen in Elkhart. We see the changes that are happening. I don't fear change like a lot of people do. I like seeing it happen. So we're pretty excited about the things that are going on here. My husband and I are really into cycling.
Okay.
So we just got an email the other day from the Pumpkin Vine Cyclery, and they're inviting people Pumpkin Vine Coalition. Sorry, it's two different organizations. Yeah. The Pumpkin Vine Coalition is inviting people to help to maintain some of the trails.
Yeah.
And we ride on those trails, and my husband has actually gone with his truck and hedge clippers to take down the weeds and stuff like that. So we're getting to participate in that. So that's really cool. That's, and when you know about those things and you know about what's going on in the revitalization, it's life-giving. It makes living in a community so much more interesting and fun when you're engaged in its actual development.
Yeah.
What's your favorite ride?
Yeah.
Well, let's see here. One that we do a lot is we'll take the Maple Heart Trail, which is where we're going to be helping to clean up. We'll take the Maple Heart Trail, and we'll ride down to Goshen and go to the Chief and get ice cream and ride back. Sometimes we like to ride a lot farther. So when they built the pedestrian bridge over 33, right by County Road 17, we were like, we got to check this out, So we've had a lot of fun going up and down that bridge as fast as we can. It's
faster coming down.
Faster coming down, yeah. And we also like to ride out in the country. We like to ride up to Michigan, go, stop at a diner or something like that and ride back home.
Nice.
What's the furthest you'll go in a day?
Right now for me, I probably won't go more than 40 because
more than I could go.
I'm getting old and I can't go much farther than that.
No,
but
40's good.
Yeah, it's fun. And that'll be like at the end of the season.
Right. Well, yeah, that's the downside of living in the Midwest, right? You get
not getting out much right now.
Yeah, you get a good 4 or 5 months in.
Right. But that's why we have a exercise bicycle in the basement, because we got to be ready for riding season.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
fun.
And I don't know, are there any other questions you have?
No.
Well, check out Melissa at Crafternoon coming soon near you. You can find those, or Open Doors, myepl.org/events is how you find all of those.
Great.
And thank you for joining us, Melissa. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
and,
you're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. We'll see you next time.
All right.